Yeah, we actually have a huge backlog of features that we want to uh, put in our in-cabin monitoring use case. The first and most interesting one would be the near infrared support. That would mean that besides RGB cameras, we will be able to simulate very faithfully near infrared cameras. That is a trend in the incoming monitoring, the use of near infrared cameras, because sometimes the incoming lighting is not enough to have uh, classical visual part of the spectrum RGB cameras, and they're using near infrared cameras. That is a challenge for anyone trying to simulate near infrared imagery, because you need to, in our case, I mentioned that the core of our platform is our render, which is hyperspectral, and we have covered the visual spectrum very well. And technically, we can very easily expand to the near infrared part of the spectrum from 750 nanometers up to roughly 1000 nanometers. That means that we can manage energy in that part of the spectrum, the near infrared. But the biggest challenge is to characterize all the materials of things that you can find inside the cabin of a car, and characterize those materials for that part of the spectrum in terms of reflectivity and radiance. And we're working on that with some partners. And as soon as we have those materials characterized with the BRDFs necessary to know what's the reflectance and radiance of those materials, we will be able to capture images in that part of the spectrum. So that's the thing that we're working harder on, and that we want to put in the hands of our customers as soon as possible. Other things are more related to the type of actions that the passengers can do. We are getting requests from customers that they need the passengers manipulating things, manipulating mobile phones or drinks or small objects of all kinds. That is a challenge for synthetic data, because the 3D characters need to be able, with fingers, wrapping around objects without intersecting with the geometry of that object. So we're working on that as well. And something that it's coming very, very soon, and I'm talking about probably for the time that we see you all in AutoSens Brussels, we can showcase this, is the gaze of the passengers. Where are the passengers or driver looking at? And we will provide direction vectors of that gaze as ground truth, and you will be able to manipulate every character that you're going to be using in building in-cabin scenes to randomly change the gaze and have that information logged as ground truth in the images that we provide. So those would be like the three main things that are coming up.